He comes out of Garfield's in the chat said, what was that post about GMS? Y'all want to know something heavy? Gorilla Hebrew comes out of GMS. He comes out of GMS. You know, GMS teach what you could do with underage girls. GMS had, or I'm gonna say has or had, because I don't know if he's still in the school. So back in about 2012, there's a video where you see Captain Taiwo, myself, Tazawa, we have the confrontation with GMS, right? Commander General Hunter was going to give it a pass. People don't know this. Commander General Hunter was going to give that a pass. He wasn't going to say nothing. And then GMS puts the video out. So now it's head on. ISBK, GMS, we going back and forth.
So I want to be real about it. First of all, everybody should take the vaccine, okay?
Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all glory and praises to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahushua, by Hashem, HaKadosh, the wise apostles, and those great millstone. Honors and salutations to the hopeful life, this word to sincerity. Or this is the brother to Cobb, back out here, GMS in the Empire, come back with another pre-workout this week. While we're going to, as you can see, there's a lot of controversy going on with these other camps, particularly, IECBK, IUIC, but more particular the IECBK, man, with one of their leaders, what's his name, Captain Tazaria, him going on these different platforms, and see, we've been speaking about these individuals doing these tactics for years, man, going on these different worldly platforms and sitting up there and rubbing shoulders with these unbelievers, man. And the scriptures speak against that, man. We're not supposed to be out here, fellowshipping with unbelievers, man. Because even though those are people, they're in a heathenistic state of mind, man. Really, they're heathens, man, because they're not serving the Lord, man. And see us, we go out here in the world and we preach this word. But this is all to gather the elect, man. That's all the Lord is looking for. The Lord ain't looking for the vast majority of the nation. He's only looking for a small remnant. All right, so I'm just going to bring out a few scriptures and over this is edifying. So the first scripture I'm going to start with in 2 Corinthians chapter 6, verse 14. It says, be ye not unequally yoked together with unbelievers. What fellowship have righteousness with unrighteousness? You see, when you go on these different platforms, that's all that is. It is. Unbelievers, unrighteousness, is just nothing but pure wickedness, man. Because all those, for example, that platform, No Jumper. Who's on No Jumper? A bunch of goddamn whores, gang members, pimps, drug dealers. That's all that is on that platform, man. And Esau is purposely doing that because he's using that as a device, as a trap, a snare unto Jake. Similar to Vlad TV. When Jake go on Vlad TV and do all these interviews and they speak about the life of crime, their upbringing and all that. And you already had a few guys that were on that platform that's locked up right now, man. But see, this is why, we're not to fellowship, with the world, man. All right, it says, for what fellowship have righteousness with unrighteousness, and what communion have light with darkness? And not all that is darkness, man. And you can see the countenance on those individuals that there's just nothing but darkness, man. That's why a lot of them dudes, they wear them shades, man. Because, why the fuck you sitting in a room, you You're not outside. Why the fuck you think they gotta put shades on, man? You know, because what's that old saying? The eyes are the windows of the soul, man. A lot of them are corrupt. That's why they got them shades on, man. So you Jakes out there, especially guys you call yourself Israelites, you going on those platforms, that show you're not right. The Lord ain't dealing with you. Right? It says, and what concord have Hamashiach with Baal, or what part hath he that believeth with an infidel? Right. Because you ain't gonna see the apostles, elders, and brothers of Great Millstone and true believers going on those platforms, man. Okay, the platform is the highways and byways, man, and wherever channels, you know, brothers may have to push this word. That's the platform, man. You know, fuck all these worldly ass sites, man. You know, the Lord don't need that shit, man. You know, but at the end of the day, it's all, you know, you can't do nothing against the truth before. So all those individuals, they marked any fucking way. But the ones of you that know better, you're gonna be beaten with many stripes. All right, I got another one. This is Ephesians chapter 5 and 11. It says, and have no fellowship with the unfruitful works of darkness, but rather reprove them. Right, you're supposed to reprove them. You ain't supposed to be sitting there acting like those are your brothers, you know, making them equal unto you. Them dudes don't know what the hell is going on, man. And they don't. And Jake, and a lot of them dudes, they know about the Israelites. They see us out here. But Jake, you know, Jake want to live after that flesh, man. You know, Jake don't want to repent. Jake don't want to turn back to the Lord. So fuck him, man. All right, it says, and have no fellowship with unfruitful works of darkness, but rather reprove them, for it is a shame even to speak of those things which are done of them in secret. But all things that are reproved are made manifest by the light, right? Because the light is exposing all these individuals. Okay, even guys that call themselves Israelites. You had that guy Alizé, all right, the so-called chief high priest getting pegged in his ass. He got exposed. And the Lord did that. You know, everything is spiritual, man. You know, it wasn't that his woman was, you know, had it out. That's the Lord put the spirit on her to expose all that, man, because that dude was lifted up with pride. All right, it says, for it's a shame to even speak of those things which are done of them in secret, but all things that are reproved are made manifest by the light, for whatsoever doth make manifest is light. Right, so the light is exposing these individuals. All right, one more and I'm gonna wrap it up. James 4:4, ye adulterers and adulteresses, know ye not that friendship of the world is enmity with the Most High? Whosoever therefore will be a friend of the world is an enemy of the Most High. So if you're a friend of the world, you're trying to you know, be buddy with all these people out here, guess what? You're making yourself an enemy to the Lord, okay? Because the Lord is a man of war, you know, and you have in war, opposing sides. Which side are you on? You on the Most High, the side of righteousness, or you on the side of wickedness? You can't be in between. Ain't no neutral ground, man. You know, you either on the right or you on the left, man. And a lot of you on the left, man. And it shows through your actions and the words that you speak. You know? So yeah, that's pretty much it. Like I said, I pray this edifying. You sincere brothers and you sisters out there, stay strong. Keep pushing the ones out here. With that, I'm gonna give all glory and praises to Yahweh, by Hashem, Yahushua, by Hashem and Kapadash. But on this apostles, the Elder Great Millstone, and this is salutations to all from Christians, spiritual sincerity. Shalom.